Hello, Action Figure fans. We're back to do another awesome video of some very, very cool Marvel Legends and Marvel Select figures. Okay, we're going to do, as always, 10 good guys and 10 bad guys. That's what we're going to be looking at today. Okay, the first figure over here is Firestar. I got her on this McFarlane flight stand. And she looks really, really good. This is from a 3-pack, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends. And it's probably my favorite Firestar that they've put out so far. It's extremely bright colors, captures her perfect from the cartoon from the 80s. And that was an awesome box set with Spider-Man and Iceman, and her looked really, really good. And she looks great. Great figure to have on your shelf. Probably the best Firestar you're going to find. Okay, from a 5-pack Amazon exclusive, we have a character I literally thought they would never, ever, ever do. And being a resident of Arkansas, I think it's kind of cool. He is a Razorback. So he's cool, man. I never thought they would make this figure. It's just so wild, this figure with the giant Razorback head on him, you know. And when I found out they're going to make this, I was just amazed. I'm still blown away by it. And it's a great looking figure. I like it a lot. Just Marvel Legends at its best, making obscure characters. Okay, they can make 100 Wolverines, 100 Captain Americas, 100 Spider-Man, the big characters they make over and over and over again. But I'm so glad when they go ahead and do something like Razorback for the fans, the true fans that want to, fill out their collection more. He is a fantastic figure. Really like him. Okay, one of the coolest figures that's on my shelves. I've always liked this character, Deathlock. He is an amazing looking figure. I've always liked the concept of him. And he looks great. Really like this character. You don't see him very much in comics. At least I don't. But the detail on him is just really, really, really well done. Everything about him, the sculpting is spot on. Look at that face. He looks like a dead guy brought back to life, and that's what he is. Luther Manning, I believe, was his name. Soldier, died, brought back, and then his human will is competing with the computer inside of him. So that's cool. Like him a lot. Okay, moving on to Thor's, I guess you could say, space brother, Beta Ray Bill. They have made not quite a few. They've made several Beta Ray Bill figures. I'm not really familiar with this one right here, this particular costume, but I like it. I like the Marvel Select figure better because it's a lot bigger, but this is not a bad Beta Ray Bill figure. He's got a face you definitely can't forget, right? Amazing thing is, a lot of people don't know, is he defeated Thor in combat, single combat, to win Mjolnir away from him. And he lifted Mjolnir and he assumed the power of Thor. And then to get Mjolnir back, Odin had to basically create him a hammer called Stormbreaker and gave it to him. So he's basically a Thor-powered guy. Really cool. Okay, Nova. This is a cool figure just because the metallic finish on the blue, it looks really, really good. Space Cop, I guess you'd say. Nova, from the Nova Corps. That's a cool figure. They have made several Nova figures, and I like this one a lot just because the color, the metallic blue, looks great. And he would be good for any cosmic display that you're going to set up. All right, there is Nova. maybe he's called Prime Nova. I can't remember. Now, Another obscure figure. He came with the Razorback. He was in a five pack, and his name is the Fly. I mean, Spider-Man has to have a bad guy named the Fly, right? And he captures his look perfectly. This is a close to perfect figure, I think, from the comic books. Can't get much better. He looks just like he does in the comics, and the colors, I think, are great. I really like the red eyes that pop, and I think they did a great job with the wings. They look like fly wings to me. And I really like the face sculpt, how he is screaming in defiance. And he's just a really, really good, very, very minor Spider-Man villain. But he's one to get, one to have. Now, I think this is the first time that I'm going to have 3 Marvel Legends. Usually they make 2, but this is the first time that I can think of that they made 3 versions of the same figure. So this is the Super Skrull, obviously. And this is a really well done figure. It is dated, of course. It's quite old, but it captures the Super Skrull really well. I like how they have the stretching power there, and they have the flame power there. The only thing they really didn't do on this particular figure right here is show the Invisible Girl's power, but they went ahead and corrected that with one of these figures. So there they have the Super Skrull, like Johnny Storm, completely on fire, but he's still manifesting the Thing's powers as well, and Mr. Fantastic's. And then once again, there you have the Super Skrull in the invisible mode, Invisible Girl using her powers. So I can't think of another Marvel Legends where there are 3 different variants of the same figure. But there you go. And they're all really cool. Of course, you have to have all 3, right? Of course. Okay, and Marvel Selects. This is one of the Marvel Zombies that they have done, and I like it. Look at that zombified face on Captain America. He looks pretty darn scary to me. Now, he is a bit large, like Marvel Selects usually make their figures a little bit large. Doesn't quite fit in with your Marvel Legends stuff, but that's okay. Most of my Marvel Selects are all by themselves on a shelf. Now, look at this guy. You can literally take the top of his head off, and you can see his brain. Whoa, that's so cool. Cut yourself shaving this morning, did you? Cool. Extremely, extremely cool Marvel Zombies figure. All right. Here we have the old Toy Biz Maestro. And he's okay. I like the sculpt on him. My only problem with this particular figure is I think he's a little bit small, a little bit short, actually. I think he should be definitely taller. But, you know, this is what they made at the time. I think this is the first Maestro figure they actually made, not counting the old Toy Biz from the 90s. This is the first Marvel Legends Maestro. And I was happy to get it. I'm still happy to have it. But, of course, they've made some new ones that are better. But he still looks good on the shelf. That's quite the crazy helmet he is wearing. But not a bad looking figure. And I still like him. Okay, so here's one of those double figures once again. And this is a cool character. And it is the Abomination. This is a great figure. It's captured the Abomination really, really well. So there's the variant with his melted face. The Hulk exposed him to some kind of radioactive material, and it kind of started melting his face. And wow, looks painful, doesn't it? Look at that. Looks like blood leaking out. That's a cool figure, man. And like I said, this is probably my favorite Abomination figure. It's quite old, but I don't think they've done a better one. Now, I know Marvel Selects made a much larger one that I really, really like. I did a video with him. But this actually looks like the Abomination from the comics, I think, a lot more. And that's why I like him. Even today, being dated, I think this is the best Abomination figure that has been put out in the Marvel Legends or Marvel Selects toy line. He's great. Big, bulky. Looks like he could definitely take on the Hulk. All right, guys. So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, please check out my other ones. I've been making quite a few. I'll keep cranking them out for you. All right, guys. Take care.